all these antibodies and autoimmunity, Hammer is not considering autoimmunity. Please understand this thing. Initially we used to take, but when I came to understand, then I also start leaving all these things. He says all this thing is nonsense, he says. But if we have to go through the conventional ways of understanding, antibodies are there for hepatitis C and B, all that. So why these antibodies are there? First antigen is there. Why that antigen is there? Our body has produced that antigen first, then antibody is there. No? So this is again the part of our body when it has to produce the antigens. For example, when our body is producing hepatitis C antigen, hepatitis B antigen, all these antigens are basically fragments of our DNA. When our DNA is working under stress of what? Of environment. Not take the same thing, situation and cell. When your cell is having a very strong stress on from its environment and DNA is working under stress, theory of जो virus है, that is not very clear till now. One theory of all the 3-4 theories is when your DNA is working under stress, certain parts of its fragments got jumped from the core to the outer side. And body makes them, body took them, they are not part of mine, and marked them as antigens. So things we have to correct is your cell is working under stress, not to the antigens. Even in the pregnancies, when we had a torch positive, cardiolipin increased, or we had a nowadays case going on X functional proteins low. That is a very rare kind of pregnancy, rare kind of pregnancy disorder that is related to the coagulation process of our body. So different kind of coagulation processes according to allopaths, if they got you can say increased during the pregnancy, so they can be the cause of abortion, they says. So they work on that coagulation, but we have to work on why that coagulation there. That coagulation there, if that is the reason of abortion, so we have to treat it. Female is not ready to conceive only. We have to work on the same area. Right? We have not to work on the particular to the autoimmunities. For example, if autoimmunity of rheumatoid arthritis there, so according to allopathy, what they are doing, they are using all the immunosuppressants. For us, that is a brutal separation according to Hammer. Nothing more than that. Brutal separation of your periosteum from the inner bone, dense bone. So that brutal separation is only when you had a very strong separation from your loved ones. Right? So we have to treat that thing only. That pain of detachment is difficult for them to bear. Different kind of separations are there. This is first separation of this skin, and then there is another separation of the this periosteal skin, and then there is another separation of our you can say when we find breast tumors out of ductal cancers, they are also a brutal separation of the mother and child separation, the mother and partner separation. So different kind of all these separations are there. So rheumatoid arthritis is out of this, and we have not to treat the autoimmunity here. We have to treat the separation only. Yeah. Initially we used to equate this autoimmunity with the guilt part, but now I had left it. We have to consider the separation only, and if that person is suffering from guilt, then we will take it. Along with. If he is not, then we have not to impose the things. We have not to impose the things. मैंने बोला था इस बार और सिंप्लीफाई हो जाएगी चीज़. अभी कोई केस आ गया ना एनालिसिस में, वहाँ से आपको समझ में आएगा. मतलब वेरी सिंपल थिंग्स. अभी इतना मत्थापच्ची करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. तो सिंपल 2-4-5 पॉइंट्स निकालने, रूट पकड़ने, लगाना, चल छोटे. तो वो सिंप्लीफाइड क्या है मैं बताता हूँ धीरे धीरे.